Okay, so we're at the Overlander show, and this is Mark's Volvo, massive piece of kit, self-build, come from a caravan and has certainly stepped up to a larger vehicle. Yeah. Mark, do you want to just explain what we're looking at here?
It's a Volvo N10, built in Sweden. Belgian army truck, not that it was ever used, because it had only done about 4,000 miles when I bought it. And I bought it in Rotterdam, in Holland, in January 2020, just before COVID hit.
Just before COVID.
And I brought it back at the beginning of March, so I was living in Italy at the time. So I got a train from Turin to Rotterdam, drove it home, and then had to skirt my way back to Italy before all the borders shut.
So a super adventure before you even did the build-up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was lucky I got it home in time, to be honest, because the Italian borders shut about 3 days after I got it home. So I had to jump on the plane and get back out there, and ended up locked down in Italy for 8 months.
So you've built the cab and the back part. Which bit did you get?
Well, the box
what
was
did it come with?
It was. I mean, it was as you see it. It's just the inside, really,
right.
Effectively. So I had an extra fuel tank put on. I had the water tank put on, which is up there, 350 litres of water, and I had another 300-litre fuel tank put on. It was just an empty box, so we put the windows in. I mean, I've had a lot of help from my buddies.
Right, yeah, you're a friend. So what's behind this one? Is this the?
So that's just to protect the outlet for the water heater there.
Yeah.
We just put steel covers on all on all the vans and vents and fans and vents and things. Sorry, you're going to get our laundry day today.
It's van life, isn't it? That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you put the box on the back as well?
No, the box was on the back. It was there was nothing in it. It was empty. So there was no insulation, no wood. It was just an empty metal box.
Yeah.
So it's lined, obviously, with insulation and insulated floor, wooden ply. We put this box on the back. We put it on the main box. We put the storage box and the bike carrier on the back.
Yeah. And the long-term plan is this? It's a 5-year plan to tour with this vehicle.
Well, Boris got in, and our travels in Europe, which we'd been doing for the last 5 years, were kind of severely restricted. So over a bottle of wine, we decided to drive to Mongolia, and the caravan would have made it about a tenth of the way before falling apart. So yeah.
So tyres.
So we decided on the 13th of December, I think, that we were going to buy a lorry, and on 13th of January we bought it. So, yeah.
And the tyres, obviously that's how they came. Have you had?
No, we replaced
issues?
The tyres. That was something I didn't budget for. So that was £7,000 for 6 new tyres.
That's quite a number.
They're Trilex wheels, which was a challenge in itself. So the wheels split down into three segments.
You can see that there, yeah.
Which was tricky when you didn't know how to do it, but to be honest with you, now having been shown how to do it and having the right tool for the job, I'd choose a Trilex wheel.
Yeah?
I'd choose it over any other wheel, because on my own in the middle of nowhere, I can probably change that myself.
That's great. So I'm assuming then that as you unbolt these and they retract in because of the way that the chamfered...
You just unbolt the outer ones, don't touch the outer. Unbolt these, the whole wheel slips off, obviously that stays in, the whole outer wheel slips off, deflate the tyre, break the bead, and then you've got a special lever it's just a crowbar, but it's the right angle crowbar to do the job. There's a little, you won't be able to see it, but there's a little notch halfway across one of these that you sort of put it in, and then you lever the rim apart. Take that out. Obviously do everything in reverse, put it back in, and then lever it back together again, which was the tricky bit. Without the right tool, you're on a losing wicket.
So what would the time? How long did it take?
Oh, it's not long when you know how to do it. When you know how to do it, it's not long. No, I mean obviously the removal of the wheel and the breaking the bead and the deflation is the same whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
In terms of taking the rim out and putting the rim back in, 5 minutes.
Right. So it's it looks extremely complex, but obviously not as complex.
Apart from what you'd have to do with replacing a tyre anyway,
exactly
5 minutes.
Exactly the same. So you're responsible for all the inside work. You and friends, did you say?
Colleagues? Yeah, Wayne Willits. He's our mate. He's very good with woodwork, and Jack will be better doing the inside. You do the inside, love.
Come on, Jack. Look, coming up here.
The girly stuff.
This is.
Yes. So welcome
Come on,
to
Jackie,
our home. Yeah, you want me
Talk me
here?
through some of
you
the
through
design
the-
choices and how you thought the process went in regards to
Yes.
your vehicle.
Well, we lived in a caravan for 5 years before we moved into the truck, so we did have some idea of the layout and so forth that we wanted. We've gone for a rather quirky look because in the caravan everything was beige, and so we've gone for a bit more of an explosion in a paint factory kind of
Exactly, the lovely
feeling
choice
here.
of colours.
So
yeah,
we both like colour, and we like, you know, sort of happy colours. So we're also, as you might be able to tell from some of the decor, we're windsurfers.
Excellent.
So the idea of the greeny blue is like an underwater feel.
Absolutely.
But also then some bright colours that is a bit sort of tropical and holiday-ish. So yeah, that's the combination of colours we've gone for.
It's very uplifting in regards to the colours and the feel.
Thank you very much.
And some of the wood, you know, the detail on the wood. It's not just chuck a piece of wood up. It's specific for, you know, the driftwood and the burning of the wood before it's been coloured. Absolutely lovely, with a few Volvo tweaks just to remind you where you are. One of the nice little features, I love these little slithers of roof. There's 3, I believe. Just letting the light in, so you're not using your solar, you are working with the natural light. And obviously the door's beautiful view. You can definitely have the campervan stroke shot once you've got this parked on a beach with the sea behind you. It's a lovely, lovely shot.
No, it's lovely because she is very much a surf bus as well.
Yeah.
That's very much a part of our life because, for example, the arms of the sofa are actually built around our stand-up paddle boards, which are 12 feet long.
Yeah,
so,
I think Mark mentioned that they're stowed away on the other side, is it? So so they're ready to go at a drop of a hat.
So yeah, we can just pull them out and go.
Fantastic. And how are you finding the insulation and the warmth of it? Have you obviously done a winter in it where...
We haven't yet done a winter in it, so that will be telling, but I think we've got 40 mil, I can't remember the name of the insulation, but you know, there's sort of really... It is Kingspan. It's one of the sort of trade names that they have. So yeah, I mean, I think we should be sort of nice and toasty, and we've got an air blown heater as well. Right. So, and it is, I mean, very much like the caravan. We did overwinter in the caravan, and to be honest, with it being like a relatively small space, we were always quite toasty. And if we get chilly in bed, we can always put an extra dog on.
That's correct. There are 4 dogs you've got on board. 4 dogs.
Travel with.
Yeah, 4 dogs on travel. Yeah. And did you say you're on Instagram or Facebook or any of those?
I'm on Facebook, which is I'm the Travelling Cockapoos, which is a nod to the 4 dogs that we travel with. Excellent. But I also have a blog which is Worldwide Walkies, so it's www.worldwidewalkies.com. So there's lots of information on there about how we went full time. It's kind of designed to entertain and inform, so the idea is that it tells you how we did it, how we fund our travels, because we retired, we left work and basically sort of set off to travel. So it tells you how we fund our travels, how we live day to day, but it's also a story of where we've been.
And you're also a writer?
I am, yes. I've written 4 books. I've only got 3 of them here.
So let's quickly.
Yeah. The Adventure Caravanning with Dogs series. So there's 3 books in that series which cover our travels in France, Germany and Romania, and then also there's one about our ski season in Italy. And by Christmas there should be book number 5, which is called To Hell in a Hound Cart, which covers our wonderful travels last year through a pandemic in Poland. So,
and all that went with that.
Everything that went with that, which as you can imagine was not quite to plan.
No. So I'm going to say thank you very much. There's some things there if you want to follow up on those, a couple of websites. So if you see it and you're interested, click follow, and you can obviously then have a chat if you need to have a word.
Definitely, I'm always happy to answer any questions. So, and thank you, Kai.
Well done.
Thank you. You're funny.